We're coming back. Loading. And yeah. So now we got to make a choice. Raya, grab the gun. Doctor, if we grab the gun, we might shoot someone, not meaning to. So maybe distract Raya. The two almost clashed, so I screamed at Roya to distract them. Corrado takes this opening and grabs the gun. The moment he scrambles onto his feet, Roya spins on the ground, kicks at Corrado's arm, causing the gun to fly out of his hand. You want it? Okay. You want it? No. I can't remember what I did. You want it? Get through me first. Seriously, what is wrong with you? Seriously, what's wrong with you? He lashes at Roya, trying to pin him down. The two struggle with each other, throwing punches and kicks, but no one seems to be overpowering each other. It surprised me that Roya can spar with Corrado. He does not seem like the type for combat. This might be a chance to grab the gun, but the men are too close by it. It would be like jumping into the flame. Corrado jumps in front of, grabs the front of Roya's collar and shoves him back against the wall. Roya grunts, but does not resist. There's something different in his eyes now. They look almost sad and hopeless. Corrado hesitates and glances down at the gun. You just have to do this, and it won't bother you anymore. Why won't you accept my request? So, if I forgive you, I should grant your request and kill you. If I don't, I should kill you to get revenge. Seems like you get whatever you want either way. Why are you so fixated on death? If you want to pay out for your sins, just turn yourself in. I don't want my death to be meaningless. Quit being so selfish. What is your deal? Just because you pledged yourself to justice, I need to threaten your life before you pull the trigger? It's not that simple. Could it be that you don't want your beloved Sky to see you kill someone? I see. So, she is what's holding you back. Oh, fuck. What's going on? Rose sweeps Corralo's leg out under him with a kick, using the opening to grab the gun. Immediately he points it at me. Damn. What now, Corrado? What will you do? If I had known he would involve me again, I would have ran away during the scuffle. But I am too worried about Corrado to leave him. I flinch as soon as the gunshot suddenly echoes through the room. I thought Roya had shot me, but I noticed Corrado had pulled another gun. Blood drips from Roya's arm, but he does not drop his weapon. No sign of pain is reflected on his face. He grins mysterious and turns to Corrado. Have you never wondered how we were able to meet in this time and place? You must have had your own reasons, but you see, I'm no longer human. Roya aims the gun at him. I cover my eyes, afraid to see what's going to happen. You gotta fight back. A loud bang is followed by another. Chains of shots are launched until the barrel is empty. Oh, he's dead. It remains quiet as for a while I slowly uncover my eyes and notice that Roy is on the ground. A pool of blood starting to form underneath his moving body. You got what you wanted. Rest in peace. Kira wipes the blood from his wound on his cheek. He's so stiff that I can feel the unease lingering around him when he turns to me. His expression is the saddest I've ever seen. Let me take you home. I can deal with this later. It's raining when we will leave the mansion. Questions pile up in my mind. So, I wonder if it could have changed. But one stands out to me the most. Is Rhea dead? Corona nods quietly. I see a few scratches on his face. Injury from the fight. Hell, my chest feels tight. What was the connection between two of them? They were, I'm pretty sure they're, people, like, stuck, like, in a curse where they can't age. What was the connection between both two of them? Roya did say they went to grade school together. What was with Roya? Why did he want to die so badly? I don't understand any of it. The cut in my arm stings as we walk through the rain. So he takes my hand. He turns me around to face him. I feel him touching my cheek, still touching my cheek. That sad face doesn't suit you. But you, Roya, Kyoto pauses and showing a cold grimace. He's trying to cheer me up, but he's terrible at it. I'm sorry for dragging you into this. When we get home, let me treat your room. No, it was my fault for following you. I got in the way. Roya used me to provoke you. I like her little rose in her hair. Kyoto smiles and gently and shakes his head. I know that's merely an act. He did not want to kill Roya because of me. He did. He must feel awful. By the way, why did you follow me? I knew you were up to something. I was curious. Curiosity killed the cat. No need for puns. He threw my hair. That don't make sense. Went through my hair using his finger, noticing the guilt on my face. Well, Roya was anything but a friend. We just attended the same school. He used to bully me a lot. Well, I already know that because he told everyone. He used to bully me a lot and to an extensive degree. Maybe I should tell you more about my past later. I don't want you to think badly of me on what you saw. It's just hard to explain. You might not even care. You told me we met before. Oh, reincarnation. I may not remember, but that doesn't mean I want to remain ignorant. Well, I hope you believe this ridiculous story. Let's go home. It's late. Next day after school, I find Kyoto still in bed. I go to check on him and check that he has developed a high fever. His forehead is hot to touch, and he's sweating under the sheet. Besides that, his body is covered in bruises. He explained it was from yesterday when he fought Roya. However, I noticed some bruising that lay at a later stage of healing. They must have been from a separate occasion. I cannot believe how much of a klutz he is to have hurt himself like that often. He sits up on the bed. Why are you still wearing that? You said you were still sleeping. And you're wearing that? He sits up on the bed when I fetch a first aid kit. I can't believe you're nursing your bodyguard. You shouldn't have gone out yesterday. Then I guess you stayed too long in the rain. Hey, you were with me. How come you didn't get a cold? Unlike you, I'm not that weak. I tease him while I pull off his old bandages and disinfect his room. As I looked at Corrado's injuries again, the events last night flashed in my mind, and the grimace I thought. I meant to ask him last night, but we were both exhausted and went straight to our rooms. Upon noticing my uneasiness in my eyes, Corrado nudges me. Hey, Sky, you alright? I can't get over what happened last night. Rose seemed to be so desperate. Was he going to kill us? Nah, he wouldn't have really gone out that far. It was just a bluff. He was serious about his request. If we were to die, who else could he turn to? Although he changed the license the last time I saw him, it's like I didn't know him anymore. You used to attend the same school, right? It wasn't a good experience at the time. I'm so sorry you had to go through something like that. It's alright. I'm over it now. Shredder smiles softly to me and I stand. Having finished his redoing his bandages, I'll get you some water. Shredder acts over familiar with me, yet I barely know anything about him. There must be something missing from my memory, but I don't think I suffer amnesia. Where am I in the kitchen? I am startled by the what if he unalived parents, or the so-called parents, and she couldn't remember and she just thought she was a regular student. Why am I in the kitchen? While I'm in the kitchen, I am startled by the sound of the front door opening. Oh no. My heart skips a beat when a familiar voice calls my name. Oh, never mind. So far from that suggestion or idea or prediction, I'm home, Ty. Are you here? I freeze as I recall that Corona was upstairs. I really do not want to try to explain the presence to my mother. Should I talk to her or go? I discreetly sneak out of the kitchen and manage to avoid her presence. As soon as I head upstairs, I peeked into the room, but Corada's gone from his bed. Did he already assume he has to hide? When my mother calls me again, I go back to the living room to greet her. Mom, I bring you here so suddenly. It feels so good to see your face again, Sky. Your father needs some documents. He would have gotten them himself, but he suddenly got called in for a job and had to attend the meeting. I just came home to get his things anyway. How are you doing? Everything's fine. Remember to take breaks. Don't overwork yourself, even if it's for school. If only she knew about my naps in class. I flashed an innocent smile before nodding. Now I should get those documents. Wait, Mom, I'll get them for you. Which one do you need? Oh, you're so sweet. The documents are right on the top of the first drawer. It is the black colored map. You'll see it right away. I rush upstairs to find the documents in no time. Here you go. My mother wraps her arms around me and strokes my head. It has been a while since I felt this comfort. I heard about the recent disappearance and murders in this village. I was concerned about you. Maybe I should ask Leoji's father to look after you. There's an investigator taking care of the neighborhood, so I'm doing fine. Perhaps I can ask the Haskett family to keep an eye on you. They're known to be good guards. Mom, are you even listening to what I'm saying? I just want to make sure you're safe. I'm sorry we are so busy, dear. My research is almost done. After your dad finishes work too, we will go on a vacation together, okay? Don't worry about it. I'm fine on my own. Such a sweetheart. Oh, I left a present for you on the dining table. It was your dad's idea. Give him my thanks. Oh, give him my thanks. I have to leave right now. The taxi's waiting outside for me. Damn. A sad beginning and then you're feeling like it's being ripped apart. By the way, you should really restock the cabinet, dear. You're running out of food. And you know I don't like you ordering takeout. I clearly remember buying groceries the other day. Maybe Corrado did leave his bed to go grab a fever snacks. I nodded to my mother while I saw her lay plotting about my revenge on Corrado. She places the folder documents inside her bag, then moves towards me to plant a kiss on my head. I will give you a call sometimes later this week. Eat well, dress warm, Sky. Take care, Mom. Take care, Mom. She hugs me once more before leaving. I look through the curtains and watch a taxi driving away. It will be a while before I see my parents again. I try to cheer myself up with the thought that they still think of me. Damn. Even though I do not see him a lot, our relations are good. Also, Dad bought a gift for me. I will check that out later. No, you check it out now. I returned to the guest room. Where could he have gone to? Oh, little Pokemon, what the? Thoughts shoot through my brain as I blankly stare at the dark shape previously hidden underneath the bed. Takes me a moment to comprehend it. It's Corrado. My first instinct to reach out and scoop it in my arms. I walk towards the window. The animals start pushing against my arm, grabbing my attention. I blink a few times as it is. It almost gave me an almost panicked gaze. Don't throw me out the window! I glance at the room. I am alone. Down here! The animal starts pawing at me. It takes me to realize the voice is coming from it. Oh, it's Corrado! What the? Corrado? Yes, I'm speaking through telepathically. You should be able to hear me. I can hear you. He's the little blue bunny that she felt. Oh, I was just checking if the window was broken or something. Gretel glares at me with narrowed eyes. It appears he does not believe me. I set Gretel back down, kneeling down to examine him more closely. Oh my goodness! I'm not. This is a curse. Can we not talk about this right now? He plops onto the bed, his face smushed against the sheet. I notice how shallow his breathing is. Even in his form, it's obvious he's sick. Oh, right, your water. I left it in the kitchen. Give me a moment. I go downstairs to see the package my mother left me on the table. It's a small baby pink box wrapped in a sparkly pink ribbon. Yeah, this is definitely for my dad. I take the gallon glass of water with me. Save. When I turn to the guest room, Corrado has returned to his human form. He looks so worn out and now starting to shiver under the blanket. I set everything down beside the table. There's so much I want to know, but I'll let you off the hook for now. I pulled the blanket up to his chin. I'll ask you later. Have a good rest, okay? The mysterious surroundings Corrado kept piling on top of each other, from his past with Roya to his curse. Can I still trust him with all these secrets? I stand deciding to let him rest alone for a while, but he grabs my wrist. Day, please. I cannot say no to his sweet please. If you insist. I heard a woman's voice earlier. Was that your mother? Yeah, she just came by unannounced, but she had to go back to work. She sounded like a nice person. She reminds me of mine. To be honest, we're not that close. She's always far away for us to get a chance to be. But enough about me. How many secrets are you hiding? Care to explain what happened? What happened to let me off the hook? Don't tell anyone about this, especially Shane. He would literally kill me. Gretel's gaze flicked up to the ceiling for a moment, then returned to my face with a sigh. That was one of the things I didn't want you to find out. Why? He and I share a common hatred of anything supernatural. But aren't you? Gretel's expression becomes grim. I didn't ask to be cursed. I had a sensitive topic and hesitate before asking the next question. Do you also hate yourself? Maybe. There's also people who still like you. Gretel laughs softly upon hearing my reply. Usually he's the one with the cheesy lines, but I really meant what I said. I like you. He instantly blushes at my words. Even in a feverish state, he manages to pull off a mischievous grin. Don't get any weird ideas. I just said like. It should be obvious. Otherwise, I wouldn't have allowed you to stay. Thank you. Maybe this isn't the right time to ask, but what was your childhood like? It wasn't that interesting. He closes his eyes for a thought. Shortly after, his breathing slows and he goes quiet. He must have fallen asleep. Geez, when things were just getting interesting. Well, he deserves a good nap. My eyes glances over the present that Mom left. Without really thinking into it, I pulled the ribbon to unwrap it. It contains 2 large plushies, a raccoon and a rabbit. Geez, Dad, how old do you think I am? You think 2. Still, the thought of my parents picking these out in a store makes me smile. Oh well, the first off, I'm gonna keep these. I leave the room. There's nothing interesting in the news today. I wonder if they will mention Roya's death, but I hear nothing about it. These events have made me understand the murders were not ordinary. They have been the work of the supernatural, something both Train and Corotto have been involved with for some time. It's hard to believe the perpetrator was not human even though I witnessed this with my own eyes. Is he actually dead? I have never encountered something like this before. I made soup for dinner and I bring it upstairs to Corotto. He's already sitting up in bed, grinning at me while I approach him. Hey, I brought you some food. It's like you're my wife or something. I blush at his comment. No, smack. Yeah, smack him. Lightly smack his arm. Do you think you feel well enough to tell me all your secrets? Alright. You sure you want to know them? What do you mean? You might look at me different if I tell you. Ooh. Okay, maybe like a curse or something. She has a curse where she's reborn and all that. And he's kind of like stays alive and looks for other things. I doubt it. You're still you, no matter your past or how many bunny's tails you have. I just don't want you to hate me. You did something evil. Why would I hate you? It's not like you lied. Corotto gives a guilty look and averts his eyes. Does this mean you've been lying to me from the start? No, I just didn't mention a few things. You don't usually tell someone your life story the first time you meet them. A lie of omission is still a lie, Corotto. This is far past our first meeting. I want to know you better. Tell me what haunts you at night, what you're afraid of, so I can help you. Corotto silences me and takes my hand. His gaze bores into mine as though he's looking for answers in my eyes. Whether he found the answers or not, he looks away, takes a deep breath before speaking up. While I travel... Know it! He's a time traveler. Well, I travel through time. Not ordinary from this century. His words linger in my head, none of them really register. I can only blink at them. I am from this village, but that was long ago. When I was 7 years old, there was an incident, and suddenly everything was different. It took me a while to realize that century has passed. Nobody knew where I came from or what to do with me. I was scared out of my wits, but thankfully a couple took me in and cared for me until I eventually moved out. I didn't lie about being adopted, just so you know. Now the animal part is another story. He averts his eyes from my gaze. I touch my head, wondering why he's so hesitant about telling me. You mentioned that you don't like animals, right? This character sucks. Well, I used to have a pet rabbit, but it ran away. He was a rabbit! Since then, I have always believed that animals just didn't like me. Don't take it to the heart. Anyway, I don't particularly dislike animals. You're being a cute bunny cat. Doesn't matter, you're still you. But if you're trying to sneak into my bed in that form, his lips form a smile, and he visibly relaxes at my words. I was cursed, but the same person who sent me through time. Bad luck, huh? It's that guy with the red hair in the cave. Okay. I believe there's another way to break my curse, but that's not my main concern right now. There's people still missing, and I don't think the murderers are going to stop anytime soon. Maria claimed to be one of them behind of those disappearances, but I don't believe it was entirely his doing. It was probably just the luck they all happened at the same time. I'm impressed he still thinks about his job even when he's so sick. He's even prioritizing over his own curse. Don't look at me like that. I'll be fine. My only concern is Shane. It's a bit risky to work with him, but he's the only college I know who's familiar with the supernatural. I worried about what he'll do to me if I accidentally slip up. But as long as he never finds out, I can keep working with him. You can't help being cursed. You might understand. It just sounds like an excuse to him. That guy's merciless. Why is he after the supernatural creatures? I think he told me once, but I forgot. I think he sometimes takes trophies from the things he kills and sells them off. I don't really know about that. I hear Corrado, but all I can think is the story that he told me about himself. He must have been so scared being alone in a different environment. And now he's not safe. Are you crying? No, I just had dust in my eyes. Come on, that's the lamest excuse I've ever heard. I was just thinking about that, thinking that you've been walking on edge. I can't help to feel sorry for you. My life isn't that bad. I mean, you let me stay here and you're still talking to me even after finding out just how weird I am. I'm just glad you didn't freak out on me. I can run away screaming about magical bunnies if you want. He laughs at my joke. I noticed his shoulders dropping. He must be relieved after sharing that. Death's hours. That's it. I like how there's so many save spots. The hallway is more crowded than usual. It looks like the entire school is gathered in front of my class. I try to push my way through the crowd, but my annoyance, nobody will let me go through. Is someone dead? Passed through a wall. I had noticed Leoji approaching. He must know about this uproar since he is the student council after all. Hey Leoji, what's going on? These dorks are completely blocking the way. We got 2 transfer students. I guess everyone wants to see them. We haven't had any new students in ages. There's 2? That seems interesting. He shrugs as if nothing's exciting about it. When the teacher heads our way, everyone goes to their own classes and I can finally access my classroom. The new faces immediately grab my attention. They're standing near the front. The lower half of their face is bandaged, which is pretty unusual. Their appearance are probably why they attracted so much attention. Twins? Matching scars? Hello everyone. We have two new transfer students joining us today. The redheads give us a friendly wave before introducing. Can you talk? Hey guys, my name's Chase. That's my brother, Blaze. You probably already figured out that we're twins. No, we just moved from a far big city for personal reasons. We hope to have a good time here. During the introduction, Blaze stands there in silence. He does not even make eye contact with us. The class looked at him, expecting him to say something, but Jace took over instead. Once Jace is finished, the class starts bombarding them with questions and their excitement. Who's the older twin? Blaze. Blaze. He's perfect, grumpy older brother, isn't he? The difference was about 5 minutes during birth because Blaze was very impatient. Are you single? That's bold, but we're both single right now. Who knows how things could turn out though. That's kind of like an inappropriate question. So mysterious. What are those bandages for? Well, that's because it's none of your business. Blaze snaps and pins the guy with a threatening glare. Everyone else falls silent in a tense atmosphere. All eyes on the brothers. The older brother keeps glaring at the guy, his gaze full of hatred. Jace chuckles to break the ice and moves in front of his brother. We got a permanent disease. Don't worry. It only affects us. It's not a pretty sight, so we'll try to keep it covered. And no, we're not going to show you. I see you. Jace's friendliness diffused the situation, and the class shortly moved past Blaze's outburst. I glanced over at them curiously. Through the lessons, each has a unique personality, yet they have the same strange aura. Perhaps I'm jumping to conclusions, but I get the feeling they're going to be trouble. Well, I hope they find themselves fitting into class. As I am about taking a nap, I feel a slight chill. Someone's watching me. Blaze. The cold blue eyes staring in my direction. It feels like Blaze is trying to read my mind. Shivers run down my spine and I turn away from him. He wasn't looking at me, was he? So far, he's been avoiding eye contact with everyone. Chill down, Sky. Maybe he's staring at someone behind me. Comes lunchtime and the cafeteria is even louder than usual. The crowd is gathered around the new students, with half the school trained to look at them or ask questions. Why are you sitting here all alone? I can't find Leoji, and everyone else is well occupied. Are you jealous of the twin? What? Of course. I'm just waiting until after school to go bandage it so I can look just like the cool kid. Hi, baby. She chuckles at my sarcasm. What do you think about them? I don't know them well enough to judge. I was talking about their looks, silly. They look like mummies. I'm joking, their faces are covered. Ikea, there's nothing much to judge. Oh, you're so cold. I shrugged in response. By the way, have you decided who your partner will be for the ball? Not yet. I don't even know if I'm planning on going. I know you're a fan of those kind of events, It only happens once a year. Don't miss this chance. Just make sure you don't end up going alone. It would be so embarrassing because of the couple rule. It's such a rule. Oh boy. What about you, Akira? Are we gonna go with the twins? My brother would take my desserts for a month if I went with anyone else than him. If I could, I'd gladly pair up with you. I think Leo's are still available though. I see. Unless there's someone else you think about going with. She got me, but I don't want to admit it. No, I better get a chance to, like, try to interact. I don't know if Carol has time for such events. Besides, is it even appropriate to ask a guard for a date? Oh well. I can always bring him as my bodyguard. Are you girls talking about some type of party? Startled, I turn around to see Jace bent over me with an amused expression. I pulled back to see his face. How long have you been standing there? Just a short while. Relax. Don't creep on people like that. So, were you talking about a Halloween party or something? I make a good mummy, don't you think? I can hear the amusement in his voice. He seems fine with joking about himself. With half of his face covered, I cannot read his expression well. I wonder if he's offended by my mentions of bandages. Oh, you haven't heard? The school is holding a masquerade ball, but you have to have a partner. That wouldn't be a problem. I always have my brother with me. Though I wouldn't mind taking either one of you to the party. Are you trying to rizz up? Charm! His expression is difficult to read. I cannot tell if he's joking or flirting. His eyes crinkled as he was smiling. Before either of us got to reply, he waved us off before going back to his seat. You shared something. What, fallen for him again? Or already? It's too early. I do want to get to know him better though. Go for it. Ditch your brother, he'll be fine. I feel guilty if I do that, though. I've been pressuring him to go, and he doesn't have any friends to go with. But you deserve to have a good time too. Maybe. I'm gonna try to convince him again and find a date for him. Good luck, Ikira. After class, Leoji asked me to bring a few papers to the student council room. He has been running everywhere all day to prepare for the masquerade ball, so I thought I'd do him a favor and help with the remaining task. I ended up carrying an entire pile, which is a little too heavy for me. Ugh, this test is so grueling. Did he say only a few papers? I need to help finish this faster. I wonder where Ikura ran off to. At least the hallways are empty, so it would be troublesome to bump into someone and drop the... Oh, it's Kichi. When I turn around, I see Kichi against the wall at the other end of the hall, as if he in hiding. While approaching him, I greet him cheerfully. Kichi! He glances at me for a second, but doesn't reply. Hey, Kichi, I'm talking to you. Shut up, Mr. Bored Face. Like you have anything better, you midget. With the piercing glare, he dashes towards me, pushes a small hand against my mouth. Startled, I almost dropped the paper, but his other hand quickly supports the bottom of my pile. He shakes his head, then slightly tilts in the direction of the edge of the wall. Uh-huh. I quickly nodded and he lets me go. I follow Kachi to his original position. The voices are coming from the other side. Both of us stay still as we listen. What's the point of attending school anyway? It's damn boring. Come on, don't you think it'd be fun to hang out with people our age? Oh, it's Blaze and Chase. What are they discussing? Chase, we aren't. It's good to socialize once in a while. Do what you want. Don't get too carried away. Focus on the job. Ooh. Fine. By the way, have you found our next They're the killers! Yeah, it's that girl with the purple glasses. There can't be just one. Who else? That would be too conspicuous. Soon they'll suspect something's up. I think the guy sitting in front of you in class will do. What is he called again? Maybe I should start memorizing names. You're only here temporarily. It'd be a waste of time. Anyway, take care of that one. I'm not cleaning up after you. What are the two of you up to? I move closer, straining my ear, but suddenly the pile starts to slip from my arm. No! In an attempt to keep them together, I stumbled forward, causing some sheet of paper to fall anyway. My cover was blown. The twins see me and walk my direction. In a panic, I look back, but Catchy's already gone. That brat! What are you doing here? I thought everyone else already left. Oh, I'm just taking these to a student council room. Let me help you with that. Jace bends down to pick up the paper that fell on the floor. Blaze stands there with his arms crossed, looking at me with narrowed eyes. His closed gaze makes me nervous, but I try to keep my act together. Pretend you just walked by, Sky. Do you hear? Hear what? Don't play dumb. You obviously heard our conversation. I didn't. Blaze moves closer to imitate me. Unless you want some serious trouble, keep out of our business. Done. And here you go. Thanks. Jace moves in front of his brother, putting the papers he picked up on top of the pile. Hey now, how I carried these for you. We're leaving. Starts dragging his brother away, and Jace looks back at me as if he wanted to apologize. After they leave, I shake my head. It sounded like they were plotting something with two students, but I only heard half of their conversation, so I'm not sure. There's definitely something suspicious about those two. I should talk about this with Kurata later. Hey, I'm home. When I get home, the sight of Kurata and Train in the living room makes me pause. What are you two doing? Both are already turned in my direction as I walked in. Kurata meets my glare with a guilty smile while Train stares. His expression is hard to read as ever. Who said you were allowed to invite friends over when I'm away? I know, but this is an emergency. I looked over at Train, who does not react. If Kurata was not there, I would have kicked them out. Since I'm here, can you tell me what happened? You don't mind, right, Shane? Shane crosses his arm and averts his eyes. Corrado takes that as he does not mind. I take a seat behind Corrado and wait for them to start talking. Shane's client got killed by someone while he was on another case. There's been another murder? Apparently he wasn't working alone. Or maybe we had two unrelated kill sprees go on that just happened to use the same methodology. We're missing too many details to say for certain. It's hard to keep up with just the two of us. You're asking me for help? No, we're saying you might die. Jane, we're supposed to make her feel safe, not scare her. It's pointless to hide it from her. There aren't enough guards to keep every villager safe, and she should know that, so know that she can't be watched all the time. Tell me, if there's something that I need to know, anything besides sitting here and waiting until something happens. Ah, baby, 2 birds, cardinals. I'd rather call my colleges. At least they wouldn't be a burden, even if they have no experience with such events. We're dealing with a supernatural being. I knew it right from the first case. I think Shane's right. With a situation like this, you shouldn't get yourself involved. Come on, please. They both shake their head in disapproval. It frustrates me even more to repeatedly refuse my help. I give Corrado a dry look that I thought he would agree with me. The idea forms in my head. Right, Shane does not know about Corrado's secret. I can totally use that to blackmail him. You are a shithead. This character is a shithead. Partners have many qualities, like being trustworthy. Wouldn't you say you two trust each other? I smile and notice Corrado's eyebrow twitching. We've known each other since our childhood. We can definitely rely on each other. Only because we're colleagues. Then Shane, did you know something happened too? Shane, maybe we should let her help. She's been whining about it ever since we met. I'm sure we can find something for her to do. Shane shoots Corrado a confused look. Whatever. She's not my responsibility. If you want to risk both of your lives, go right ahead. I don't care about who jumps into their own graves. We're not going to die. Thank you for the fortune telling, but we can handle ourselves just fine, right? I nudged Corrado with my elbow. He meekly murmured in agreement. Shane does not bother to reply. Finally, we continued to discuss how we should handle the situation. I remember what happened in school with Jason Place earlier, so I threw the topic in. Shane does not take me seriously, but Corrado goes quiet, considering the idea. Eventually, he agrees to keep an eye on them, just in case, while Shane continues to look into the rest of the suspects on his list. The meeting does not last long before Shane goes back to work. As soon as the door closes, Corrado groans, slumping against the couch before turning to glare at me. Guy, did you really have to scare me like that? I didn't know how else to convince you. Why were you so worried that he would have actually believed me? You could have easily avoided the topic. I didn't think of that. Anyway, I know I said I would protect you, but Because of what's happening, they're spreading out the security team. You won't see me here as often. That's obvious. You can't be next to me all day. Still, it feels like I failed again. I gently pat Carlos on his shoulder and let out a sigh. It's not like him to act so negative. How about you teach me some self-defense? I don't want to be a dead weight. That's a good idea. I can teach you some of the simpler stuff. Come here. We spent the rest of the day with Carlo teaching me self-defense moves. Throughout the lesson, he emphasized how I should avoid confrontation as best as I can, explaining how I can use what he is teaching me to distract an attacker and buy some time to escape or get help. Gretel is surprisingly not knowledgeable about this. The professional side of him almost makes me forget his typical laid-back character. At the end of our short session, I promised Gretel that I will continue practice while he is out working. I managed to get the basics down. Tonight, Gretel is more cautious than usual. He sits close to me like a guard dog. I decided to strike up a conversation to break the silence. Out of curiosity, can you transform into anything you want? Are you suggesting something? Not really, just remember seeing you around the house a few times. You were sure reckless with your secret. To be honest, I don't really have control over it, and it's gotten more out of hand these past week. I practice a lot, but sometimes it happens randomly. Sorry if I scared you. You're anything but scary, but I'm sorry I tried to use it against you earlier. It's okay, I told you it because I trust you. Just please don't let anybody else find out, especially Shane. You really think he'll kill you? Absolutely. He wants to get rid of all supernatural beings, regardless of who they are. I was there when he found out his cousin was a vampire. He killed her without a second thought. I don't think he'd spare me either. Why hang around him if it's that risky? Keep your enemies closer or something like that. Besides, the two of us have experienced the supernatural hunts. I can't do it alone. You haven't explained to me why you're hunting them. The reason is, it's hard to explain, Sky, to be honest. I'm a little confused myself. I've taken so many lives, it just doesn't feel like anything now. I tell myself it had to be done, and I don't regret what I did, but thinking about what I do makes me question myself even more. I realize that no person, no action is inherently good or evil. In the end, it comes down to the choices we make. If I turned out to be a demon, would you kill me too? Don't be ridiculous. You're the only person keeping me sane. I'd rather stay by your side than live alone without a curse. It might sound cheesy, but you're really important to me. He looks away shyly, and I can vaguely make out his flushed cheeks. Hearing those words coming from him makes me feel warm. He has been caring for me since we met, and more than a normal guard should. Perhaps it's something to do with our past. You mentioned it once that we met before. I wonder why I still can't remember. He was the bunny. After the weekend, I'm going to keep it here. Thank you guys for watching. I'm going to save. And thank you guys for watching. Join my Discord, DISCORD. So yeah, I am going to go. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.